B'ezrat Hashem, tonight we're going to be counting Yesod Shebenetzach. Yesterday we counted 26 days to the Omer, and we're almost done. Another week, the week of Yesod, another week of Netzach, and the whole week we were concentrating on success, victorious, being victorious, having victory, overpowering my challenges and so forth. But now I come to the point where I actually do have success. Now, when I have a success in my life, then it gives the person a very good feeling of fulfillment, or to fruition, or that I achieved something. And it's a good thing. We need to have these feelings. But nevertheless, when I do something good, when something I put a lot of effort and I toiled, and there is a success, it can be physical, I can make a good business, make money, build something, whatever it is that I worked hard for, I went through a battle and I succeeded. So now I have I did it. I was able to do it. And this fulfillment, in Hebrew it's called Hagshama Atzmit, that I'm able to bring myself to a point that I was able to fulfill something. And if a person doesn't reach to that point that he feels some type of satisfaction of their action, that's very bad. If a person doesn't reach that at least a couple times in their life, I mean, you would want to reach that much more often. You can imagine a person going for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and there's no self-achievement, and the person feels, I'm a loser, I'm a no good for nothing, everything that I do is a failure. It's actually very bad for a person to reach to a point that I have no self-achievement. I didn't feel that I did anything. But on the other hand, when I do something good and I have a sense of fulfillment, of course I'm talking about something good, not that I tried to hack a bank's computer and I was able to do it and now I have a very great feeling because I have a few $1 million and I was able to break something in. That's what I'm talking about that I have a challenge in my life and I put my mind to it. I said, I'm going to go through this. I'm going to be able to do it. Or I decided to build a business, or whatever it is, open a charity fund, whatever it is. I have millions and one ideas. You choose your own idea. But the second that I was able to fulfill something, and I get to the point that I'm happy, satisfied, and full of achievement, that's when I come into a covenant with Hashem. This is when I do a brit with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Why? Why is that so? Because who gave me the power to do it? Only Hashem. We spoke about it the last couple of days. If I think that the power came from me, that's very bad. I don't do anything. I do my effort. But Hashem gives me the tools, the ability, the time, the means. So when I'm able to put my mind to something, and I'm able to do it, I'll give you one example out of many. We have a custom in our family that if you read one Mishnah a day, you will do the entire Shas in 6 years. So we have a custom in our family that every time one of my boys turns 7, we learn one Mishnah a day. So now, what's going to happen from 7 to 13? So when they come to their bar mitzvah, they do a siyum of the entire Shas. So now, my oldest son is going to have a bar mitzvah soon. So he now finished last week the Shas, the entire Shas. One Mishnah a day. So now we're already 3 months ahead of time because he ran a little bit faster. So now we'll take one of the tractates and really go into it more. So, but nevertheless, 6 years, that's an achievement. That's putting your mind to something and with a lot of struggles, but you're able to do it. So I'm of course very proud as a father, but last week, the whole week, he was dancing the whole day. I finished. Can you imagine the self of fulfillment and achievement? I was able to do it. B'ezrat Hashem, a few months is the bar mitzvah. So in the bar mitzvah, he goes up to the Torah, puts tefillin on, gives a speech, does a pilpul, says a ma'amar chasidut. He's also going to do a siyum for the Shas. That's a pretty big achievement. So when a person is full of this achievement, and he's full of fulfillment and excitement, then this is the moment where he comes into a covenant with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Why? Because he says, Hashem, You did it. You were able to make me do it. You gave me the power. I did it, but you were the engine. You were the drive. What do I do in this point? I come to a covenant with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. This is the Yesod. Brit, we spoke about it many times. The Yesod, Sfirat HaYesod, this is a covenant. Chas v'shalom should not go to the other direction when a person gets full of ge'ava, of pride, and says, oh, I did it. But nevertheless, in every time there's a success, and again, I'm only focusing on positive things. I'm not talking right now that a person wanted to destroy somebody and he was able to destroy them and he reached a success. That's not success. That's being evil. I'm talking about only when you put your mind to positive things. You have a certain addiction you want to get rid of, and you're able to do it. You have a certain desire that you don't like, and you're able to overcome it. You're planning on doing something good, achievement, to finish a tractate, to read a book, whatever it is. I'm only talking about these things. No, very important not to twist my words and say, of course I have a self-achievement. I sued my neighbor because he annoyed me and I got a lot of money out of him. That's not an achievement. But nevertheless, any time there's a success, there's satisfaction in there. And there's many types of success. Sometimes you are a mediator between two people that are fighting, a husband and wife, two neighbors, and you're able to bridge between them. And a lot of headache, and you're getting drawn into the whole mishmash there, but in the end, you're somehow able to bring peace between the two. It's a good feeling. It's called in Hebrew sipuk, satisfaction. But nevertheless, this feeling of satisfaction, of pleasure, it's a sense of chayut, of life, of excitement. And you know why that is? Because the nefesh, the lowest part of the soul, has many different powers. When the nefesh focuses all its powers into one thing, it becomes very, very powerful. That's how some people are able to achieve unbelievable things, because they're able to know how to control the power of their soul, to direct it and to focus it into one thing. One example out of many, this is of course an example not in the world of the Torah, but I'm sure you saw once or twice when you see these martial artists when they break things, bricks, wood. Also, how do you break such a thing? Why? Because focusing the energy so much and able to focus all the energy into one moment, and this moment is extremely powerful to be able to overpower some physical material. It's mainly meditation and mainly focusing your energy. It's not more than that. Of course, training and power and speed and technique, but nevertheless, this is one example of many, is when you focus yourself on something, you're able to succeed. That's like in everything. If you focus energy, if you want to learn now, you're learning for a test, or you're learning for something that takes a long time, if you don't focus your energy, you're not going to learn anything. Nevertheless, this sense of pleasure and fulfillment is why? Because the nefesh, the soul, is focusing in one direction, and it's able to bring down a lot of power. So this point that I'm able to focus and to bring this fulfillment, this fruition, this is attached to the sphira that is called Yesod. This is to make a long story short. Now, when the sphira of Netzach, which we spoke the whole week, that Netzach can be explained as Nitzchiyut, as eternal, but Netzach can also be explained as Nitzachon, victory. Now take the sphira of Netzach and bring the Netzach, the sphira, to its destination, to be winning, to be victorious. Now becomes a meeting between Yesod Shebanetzach. The power that brought me to win, plus the power that helped me to focus my energy to bring me to that point. And that's where I meet two sfirot together, and that's the Yesod Shebanetzach. And I'm able to focus my energy to be victorious and successful, but the power that actually brings me there. Now comes a big question. I was able to be successful. Now I'm full of joy, happiness, and my chest is pumped up, and I'm excited and full of achievement and happiness. But is that a good feeling? Comes a big question in the Torah. This, you know what it brings to you? It brings to you a lot of ge'ava, the me, the yeshut, the I did it. Look, I was able to do it. It's a very fine line here. So, is this a good thing or is it not a good thing? Because this is already an opening where you can very quickly fall into ge'ava. And if you fall into the worst of all midot, which is ge'ava, pride, ego, the road is very fast to the bottom. So now we question, is that a good thing to have this feeling or not? But yes, it's a very good feeling. It's a very good thing to have this feeling, and you need to have this feeling, and you need to also be able to build other people so they should have this feeling. Because Hashem is commanding us to get to a point that I have self-fulfillment. Hashem did not create me to be a nebach, as they say, or what they say in English, a loser or a shlemazel. Then Hashem didn't bring me to the world to fail. Hashem is commanding me. ואהבת את השם אלוקיך בכל לבבך וכל מאודיך. You have to go be the best. So Hashem is pushing you, Hashem is commanding you, I want the best. So Hashem is also happy when you're saying, yes, I was able to do it. Yeah, you have to know how to tap yourself on the shoulder. You have to be careful not to fall into too much ego here, but you didn't know how to tap yourself on the shoulder. How do we know that Hashem is pro-achievement? Because the first commandment that He gave us was to be fruitful and multiple. Pruvu. So yes, pruvu is to be fruitful and multiple when a husband and wife want to have kids. But you know, when I'm very productive, this is another way of being fruitful and multiple. When I'm productive in something that I do, if I learn Torah, I help people, I do acts of kindness, I'm moving things around, I'm productive. This is pruvu. Why? Because I'm creating more and more and more. I'm not sitting passive and not doing nothing. So Hashem is commanding us, be fruitful and multiple. Grow, continue, go higher, learn more, do more. So when I have success and I'm able to reach to this fulfillment, you know what I'm doing? I'm fulfilling my mission in this world. I came to this world with a mission. And a big part of my mission is to be fruitful and multiple. And not only to bring kids to the world, even when I learn a lot of Torah and I teach it over, that's pruvu. When I help other people, I encourage other people, I help people reach to their purpose, this is another way of pruvu, and Hashem is for that. Hashem is pushing me, be more successful, go higher, climb higher. So when we want to summarize this fulfillment feeling, we have on one side the Sfirah of Yesod, that we're finishing now the Sfirah of Netzach, but we're focusing on the Sfirah of the Yesod, and the Yesod, I told you already a few times, is the hook. Is the vav, as Levi likes saying, the vavim, the hooks. We got to hook something together. This is the yesod. The yesod is what's called hitkashrut, or with Yiddish accents for the ones who don't understand, it's hitkashrus. Hitkashrut, I have to get attached to something. But who do I want to be mekushar to? To the master of the universe. And He's the meshaleach. He's the one who sends. He sends me to this world with a mission, and He tells me, I have full trust in you. Here are the instructions, here are the tools, now go and do it. And I have to constantly be attached to the ones who's sending me. Why? Because He has the power. The koach ha-meshaleach, the power of the one who sends you. If I'm coming in the name of the king, He gave me the name of the king. So I'm coming already in the name of somebody. You know who sent me? So-and-so. So-and-so sent you. I'm coming with the power for the ones who send me. Or like they say in Hebrew, in Israel, protectia. But nevertheless, when I hook myself to the one who sends me, then I'm able to bring myself to fulfill my purpose. That's really what the Kadosh Baruch Hu wants. So the Kadosh Baruch Hu is basically saying, I sent you down to the world, here's your purpose, your only way of reaching your purpose is if you get connected to me. No other way. You're not going to be able to do it in any other way. That's why we started the week by saying you can break the rules, and you can make rules. These are the rules. Follow the rules, you'll be successful. Don't follow the rules, try to find loopholes, try to bend the rules, you won't be successful. It might work for a year or two, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. At some point you'll reach to the dead end, and then the downfall will be massive. The Kadosh Baruch Hu says, I have sent you, now attach yourself to me, I will give you the power to fulfill your mission in this world. So this is the basic idea of the Yesod of Netzach. The Yesod is my connection to the power that allows me to be victorious, to be successful, to reach my fulfillment. And I told you, the success, the victory here is again, not something criminal, not something bad. When it comes to my self-achievement of spiritual growth, and whatever I need to do in this world, and the power that does that, that's the nitzachon. How do I do that? I need to be connected through the yesod to the balabait, to the owner of the universe. He will allow me to achieve that. Now, Now that we understand that, now I need some homework to take for the rest of the day. Now I know I always give you homework for the rest of the day, but if you're smart, you don't only apply today. You look at the reruns and you look at the videos all day long, because now it's maybe the period of Tkufa of Sfirat Omer, but this applies for the rest of the year. It's not only now, that only today you can do it. The point is to take these points and to apply them constantly on a daily basis. Some people say, I need to refine more this. Some people say, I need to refine more that. You have to relate to what we're learning here and say, oh, here you hit a spot. This is what I need to do. Good, take that. Now apply that every day. So what do we want to apply? What do we want to take for homework from today? Is that when I have a feeling of this self-achievement, of this fulfillment, now make quickly an analogy. Am I becoming rude and full of giava and ego? I did it, I'm better than you. That's very easy to come to other people, and some people love doing it. I did better than you. I'm smarter than you, I'm more successful. That's already gasut ruach, that's being very rude. Or does it bring you to be humble? And you have to kind of weigh it out. Now, it doesn't mean that every day you have success that you can psychoanalyze it on a daily basis, but try to maybe go back a little bit, half a year, or whenever you had some sense of success and you had full of achievement, then where did it take you? Did it take you to be humble, or did it take you to be rude and full of ego? And basically what I want to understand from here, that each and every one of us has a shlichut, has a mission in this world. Some people, you look at them and they look like that their mission is very, very big. And you're saying, my mission is not that this guy is turning the whole world upside down. Okay, that's his mission. Doesn't mean that in your small world, your shlichut in the world is not powerful and important. You have to understand that Hashem sent you into this world with a mission, with something to achieve, and He has high expectations, and you better do it. And you have to find very quickly what your mission is. And it doesn't mean that you now have to affect 50,000 people and be a great leader. Sometimes by just being an amazing husband, wife, friend, student, whatever it is, you put yourself your goals, you need to find already what Hashem wants from you. But there is a shlichut, there's a mission in this world, and Hashem wants you to succeed, and He tells you, I'll give you all the options. Just connect yourself to me. Connect yourself to me, I guarantee to you you'll have success. Don't connect yourself to me. What can I do? I can't guarantee that you're going to be successful. If you're trying to get a loophole or a shortcut, well, most likely, you know what the shortcuts end up being the long way. In Hebrew, it sounds much better than in English. But in Hebrew, you say when you're trying to take a shortcut, you end up wasting much more time. You know, the people that drive in traffic and they go from a lane to lane, your lane always is the slowest one. Somehow the lane next to you is always the faster one. But it's the same thing. Eventually everybody gets to the same point. So the Kadosh Baruch Hu says, don't take shortcuts. Go and pursue to fulfill your mission in this world. But there's no way of cutting it short. The only way to doing it is when I connect myself to the Kadosh Baruch Hu, which that comes through the Sfira of Yesod. And when I connect myself to the Kadosh Baruch Hu, to learn Torah, fulfill the mitzvot, follow what the Torah tells me, that's the only way how I can reach to my purpose. And not only reach to the purpose, but to actually fulfill it. And needless to say, to remember constantly that when I get this feeling of achievement, I was able to do it, don't let it go up to your head, as they say. Keep it calm and understand that the Kadosh Baruch Hu is the one. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem noten li chayil, koach lasot chayil, and I'm just a tool of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. B'ezrat Hashem, it's very important that each and every one of us really finds out what's their mission in this world and don't waste their time. We spoke about 2 days ago, specifically about this parasha of the week, Behar, or at least in Israel we're reading Behar. Outside of Israel they're reading Bechukotai, Emor. But nevertheless, we were talking about in this parasha about the importance of time. And we came to the conclusion that most people waste their time. Most people don't know how to time management. Most of their day is wasted on nonsense. 2 hours here, 3 hours there, 1 hour Facebook, 2 hours this, all day long is a waste of time. And if you're able to focus your time and utilize your time, you become extremely successful, but not only successful, you're productive. And needless to say, you're fulfilling what you need to do, like Avraham Avinu, that we say about him, he was old, Ayazaken, Vebaba Yamim, he came with all his days full, he didn't miss one time he didn't miss. So needless to say, now we're at the end. And I mean the beginning, because soon Mashiach is coming, so everything will flip. But nevertheless, the time is running out. If you're looking at it as a time clock, a sand clock, we're left with a few more specks of dust, and that's it. So now is the time to make sure that I know what does Hashem want from me. Does Hashem want you to sit all day long and say Lashon Hara? No. Does Hashem wants you to go and slander other people? No. He wants you to sit and learn Torah and do mitzvot and help other people and do what you need to do and help and make the Torah bigger and grow. Don't look for all the people who are so busy with every little detail. He said and she said and he said and he did it. What a waste of time. That's what people do all day long. Waste of time. And the Samech Mem, that's what he does. He just wants you to be busy, that you're not going to come to the Shiur Torah. Because that rabbi said about this rabbi and he did it. That's what happens. And now who's the loser? The one who's listening to this all the time. So don't fall for the trap of the Yetzer Hara and focus. I told you, when you focus all your power, you are going to be unstoppable. So don't waste your time. This is not the time to waste right now. If I would now tell you, listen, Mashiach is coming in 50 years, take your time. Any second it's happening and you do not want to be lagging behind. So you want to take the power of the Yesod, the power of the Netzach, and meet them together. Because the power of the Yesod means I'm having hitkashrut, I have a connection with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Only through Torah and mitzvot. There's no other way to do it. Once I have the connection with Hashem, He will give me the power to be victorious, to be menatzeach. And that's how I reach to my fulfillment, and Be'ezrat Hashem, we should all merit to see our labor become fruitful and multiple, and needless to say that we should be successful in our shlichut in this world.